All we need is love. It doesn't matter how much knowledge we have, how brilliant we are. PhDs, doctors, masters, gurus, teachers, leaders, or anything else. Without love, we're living in suffering. From now on, I would like to see if we can live with love as part of our consciousness. I want to see if we can find out love in our own consciousness. Love is not an idea. Love is not thought. Love is not knowledge. Love is to be. If you want to see love in the world, you must be love. So, how can we perceive love in our lives? Knowing that only love is capable of a huge transformation in our world. As we have seen, knowledge is the result of my experience with the external world. Therefore, knowledge is limited by my own experience. And my thoughts are limited by my knowledge. We are full of thoughts, intellectual explanation to everything. But the truth is, we still living in this world with terrible consequences. If with all this knowledge, man is thirsty for knowledge, hope he can bring peace, harmony, and balance for him and for the world. We want to understand the universe. We want to understand the material world. And we have forgot to understand our psychological world. Even when we look ourselves, we have an idea of the psychological world, an intellectual explanation for it. You see, when I look at the world, I see this fabulous revolution, this technological advances has brought better quality of life for us, more comfort, has changed the way people are connected with each other. We see robots done work which was done by man before. Technological advance in medicine, in surgery. There are some of examples of what knowledge has done for us. It's very important. It's part of our evolution. The problem is our psychological world has not changed at all. thousands and thousands years ago, man was suffering. Man was fighting against each other. Man had anxiety, fear, anger. And in our days, man is suffering the same. We have been living with anger, violence, isolation, separation, division, intolerance, injustice since the beginning of our history. Even with all this technological revolution and all new knowledge coming from science, it's not enough to lead us a new way to live with no separation and no division between us. Where's love in the world? Human beings are moved by desires. Desires becomes one of the most important things in this world. Desires to become is everywhere. So the question is, why knowledge has driving our humanity in, and it hasn't changed our psychological world? Why we cannot see love in the world? So, first of all, love is not knowledge. Love is not an idea. Love is not passion. Love is not sex. Love is not attachment to something or someone. Love is not desire. Love is not theory. Love is not pity. Love is not desire to be together with someone. Love is not burning out from desires or hatred or knowledge. Love is not separation and division. I have seen people searching for happiness. They are always making new plans to be a better person, motivated by desires, coming through self-transformation, talking about peace and love, full of ideas of a huge transformation in the world. The only thing I don't see is the real love. Where love it's not a abstracted idea. Because honestly, we are living our life self-centered. We are always talking about ourselves. We are using all excuses to tell the world how we found happiness, and we want to share our truth with everybody else. Everybody has a recipe for happiness, for transformation, for everything. I don't think this is wrong, but as I said, it's impossible to find love when I'm only concerned about my life, my desires, my motivation, my transformation. True love cannot arise from a consciousness limited by this identification of me, 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 me. Actually, what we are doing is creating new images in our consciousness of become something better. We are constantly jumping from one method to another method, from one experience to another experience. And I think we are constantly in self-deception. When I see the religious people, they believe in God, but belief in God has avoided all the suffering in the world, all the oldest practices of the Eastern world now are everywhere in the world. People are doing yoga and meditation. But yoga and meditation has brought clarity in their psychological world, because this is the purpose of all these techniques. Follow rituals, teachings, gurus has made people break down the sense of separation between us, has break down the sense of isolation. Love is the only thing can break down all illusions, all suffering, all misery in this world. And we cannot deceive ourselves. To achieve real love, we must be free of our sense of separation and division, our sense of me. Otherwise, our love is a conditional love. And this real love is missing in our world. What is our actually relation with love when our consciousness is full of desires, ideals, feeling this desire to become something better, full of these ideas that I want something, desires, confusion. That's why I have said before, we should investigate our consciousness. What is the right action to find love in our life? This love, this real love. I think we don't need to take any external action, because any action will be born out of this consciousness which is confused. The right action in a first moment is understand this consciousness. Look at understanding the consciousness is the right actions. Look all the content of your consciousness. See your attachment. See the consequences of it. There is no right action when we don't know why we are acting. You know what I mean? Most of the time, our actions are being taken, moved by our desires, our identification. And we live avoiding suffering and seeking by pleasure. That's the way we have acted in this world. All we need is love. But where is love here? Think about it.